Okay. We left off on 170 on the very top. Thank you. The Chovos HaLevavos had said that a person, if you reflect and you gaze on any aspect of creation, you're able to draw and see the wisdom and the genius of Hashem. In certain areas, more, in other less. But if you focus on this, he says, what initially eluded you, what you glossed over, you begin noticing, and you become impressed, and you begin understanding who Hashem is. He gave the example of the sun, and you have different colored glasses. Glass, which is colored different colors, and the sun shines through the various colors of glass. The light which comes through are different lights, different color lights. It's not a prism. It's not a prism. No, we're talking. The glass is dyed, is painted. And since within creation there are different classifications of existence, we have an obligation to reflect and think about it and contemplate them. This is very important. You know, we say in the Olenu, you should know, then it says, Chovos HaLevavos. You know, and then you take it to heart. What's Chovos HaLevavos? You know, knowing something's not enough. You have to contemplate it. If you don't contemplate it, it has no effect on you. You know, you tell your son, teenage son, or sometimes they're even older, no, this is the halacha. I know the halacha. I know, you know, you're not telling me anything new. But because the person never sufficiently contemplated it, it doesn't affect him. Because he doesn't fully internalize the value of whatever he knows. So first it says, we're obligated to reflect and to think about them to the point where it'll settle within our minds and in our emotions. He says, if the approach to every level of existence would be the same approach, meaning we don't draw more from one more than the other, he says, if trace of God's wisdom has been uniform for all created things, no one would have any doubts about it. Why? Because there's a uniformity. Now it's interesting, the Ohr HaChaim HaKodesh makes a point. The Mishkan, it says, God imbued wisdom into all the artisans of the Mishkan. Let's say you have two masters, Rembrandt and Van Gogh, right? Each one in his own right is a genius, one of a kind of master, but are they the same? The Mishkan, you see something phenomenal. If you look at the Mishkan, it's not every bit of the Mishkan, there were different artisans who were involved in developing it, whether it's weaving, dyeing, or carpentry, whatever it was. There were multiple carpenters or multiple weavers. No two people are exactly the same, as outstanding as they may be. Yet the Mishkan looked as if one artisan had made the whole Mishkan. That was the ness of the Mishkan. Hashem imbued him with a level of wisdom as if it was the same artisan developing the whole Mishkan with the same level of genius. No, you could do it exactly. You meet the specifications. I said I commission a gold goblet, and you have two master goldsmiths, and they make that gold goblet. The two master goldsmiths, they're not the same. Each goblet, you see a different degree of creativity and the imprint and the fingerprint of that goldsmith. So what happened at the Mishkan? right? You have multiple people. They were exceptional. They were imbued with an exceptional level of ability, wisdom. But it was more than that. It appeared and looked that you couldn't discern from one to the other. It looked like one master had actually developed everything. So he's saying, if the world itself would have uniformity, you would see everything to be identical. So it's clear, it's God. There's no other way to see it. The intellect, or the wise man and the fool, they would be equal and recognize it. It's something you couldn't deny. A person's a fool, the sun is shining. Everybody sees clearly that the sun is shining. You don't have to be a genius to see it shining. But when you see the variations in creation, you say, well, how did this come about? Saying something interesting. If you see the sun rising and setting every day, are you impressed? Naturally, it rises and sets. Right? Anything which follows a pattern of repetition continuously, you see that aspect of existence has no control over itself. Because you never see it change. Even when there is change, let's say seasons, parts of the year, how it comes over the horizon, the sun, and so on and so forth. It's because that's that part of the year. And every year at a certain time, we have seasons. So good, that's part of nature. But that detracts. Fire has the ability to burn. Water cools. But a person or a being which has control over its behavior, their various behaviors, it can just continuously change in terms of how it interacts. That's why you have people. Someday they show, someday they don't show. Sometimes they come early, sometimes they come late. Okay, sometimes the person asks a good question, someday he doesn't ask such a good question. Okay, depends if you're thinking or not thinking. Okay, let's see the Gemara. That's for different. That's different. Here we're talking about even within the species. A person every day doesn't behave exactly the same way, right? There are variations how we behave, how we act. As a distraction. He's saying you would see it more, be more easily seen. We'll see it tomorrow. Missed breakfast. There's a shloshim, the steep cat like shloshim this morning.